that was what was it? Broken Lizard? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
those guys.
Dude, that was a great one too. There's not a whole lot of like groups that'll do that anymore, you know? Like where like it's like Hot Rod had like that core group of guys. Danny McBride was in that one too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh fuck, Danny McBride's great
Yeah,
in that one.
yeah.
I know. I'll watch Hot Rod. Shit, that movie's funny. I might
Yeah,
have to,
yeah, you freaking it.
I might have to. You know what? That might be a watch. Actually, I think this month we're doing, and I'm gonna kind of spill the beans a little bit on this one. We talked about it. I think we're gonna have an extra episode this month, and it's gonna be a Hocus Pocus watch along. I'm pretty sure that's happening pretty soon, so just be on the lookout of that one. Everybody likes Hocus Pocus, man. Come on. You like Hocus Pocus?
Yeah, I know.
We watched it like.
I mean, it's a '90s freaking typical like Boy Meets World type. Yeah.
Hey, if you didn't like Boy Meets World in the '90s, you can go home. Show, but you can get out of here. Oh, I definitely know that show. I watched the shit out of that show. Especially like when they went to college, and I'm just like,
I mean, I watched it because.
Wait, why does Mr. Feeney get to go with them?
Oh yeah,
it's so weird. About that. Yeah, it was, and then like everybody. Oh, they had Jennifer Love Hewitt on there.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, it's a TV show. That's how they do it. That's how it's done. They just like, we're just gonna make this shit up. It went from a sitcom to like a drama, and then you're like, what? And then like Corey and Topanga get married and like fuck on an episode.
Oh yeah.
And you're just like, are we adults now? What happened? What? Like yeah, it shows like them getting into bed in their honeymoon, and they get like butt naked in the bed, and like he like looks underneath at Topanga, and he's like, yes! And I was like, oh shit, they're about to fucking do it. And he's like so excited. It was weird. And
were you traumatized?
Well, as a kid, I'm just like, so is that what they do? Like, is that how that fucking works?
Yeah.
Like it was a shock to the fucking system. I mean, you watched it, right?
Yeah. I watched it. I watched all of that stuff because we didn't have cable, so can't say no to free TV.
Free TV. Well, but you were born in Mexico, right?
Yeah,
Mexico City. Damn, I didn't know that.
Mexico Titty.
Mexico City.
I
think that's the episode title. Mexico Titty.
On your show, and my name is not Taco.
Oh,
I should have gone with enchilada probably or something.
Enchilada? Enchinada.
Or cheesy gordita crunch.
Now, I feel like we're just brand naming things and we're getting money from sponsors when we're really not.
Oh, God. Yeah, no. Taco Bell is not Mexican.
I mean, it's as close as I'm going to get to it because I'm not a... Actually, if I want tacos, I'm going to Jack in the Box.
You refuse to try.
No, I refuse to try that corn on a cup. That I will not do. And if that makes me a bad Hispanic, that's fine. Like, I'm okay. You guys make fun of me for being a weirdo anyway.
Actually, I did want to ask you, how can you get pissed off at people misspell your last name?
A lot. Because we got a very common racial last name that is not spelled like everybody else's, and it fucking pisses me off when nobody asks and they just assume they know how to spell my name, or they see my first name and then they see my last name and then they look back at me like, really? And I'm like, wow, that's messed up.
I've seen that.
Yeah, they're like say my first name and then they throw in my last name and they're just like, what? And they say it like a question, like, really? I'm like, wow, guys, thanks.
I don't think so. Are you sure you're not like Smith?
Wow, no, I'm Coconut. Thank you. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, God.
I seriously think that's why I got hired.
If you're Portuguese,
yeah, Portuguese and Puerto Rican. I was dubbed by a really rich English guy. He never used my name ever. He would just call me the Puerto Rican. So a mix of Portuguese and Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
But he said it with he was from the UK, and he had a heavy accent. So I was the Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican's gonna come over and help me do some stuff. And I was just like, yeah, can we just hang out with you, man? It's like, just
was he Sean Connery?
No. And one of our buddies actually was like, he legit had like the gall to ask him, how much money could you spend a day and not feel it? And I was like, you can't ask that, but I really want to know.
Oh my God.
And he goes, he's like, I could spend $9,000 a day and not feel it. And my heart sank. Because I was like, I will never know what that is like. Ever.
What do you think?
I was like,
but you're like, I will take $9,000 right now.
I was like, do you need to buy anything else today? Because I have some
shit. You leave a $9,000?
Any chance you'd want to part with it? I'd take the 1,000 of that 9 so that you have the 8 and I have the 1. That seems fair. You have so much. I have nothing. Yeah. Anyway, but that dude was pretty cool. He was in Rockwall living in like some condo. It was actually, so he was one of my buddies I hung out with back in the day. It was his dad's friend. How they met, I don't know. But during the summer, we would do like odd jobs for him and he would pay us. Basically, it was just us hanging out with him. So he'd be like, all right, need you guys to mount this TV. Or
was he paying you $9,000 for that?
No, he'd give us like $50. Just basically, he's just like, somebody take out my garbage. And he'd give us like $50. And he'd be like, you guys want to hang out? We're like, cool.
What a cheap bastard.
Nah, dude, he was cool. But he honestly was just like,
he could burn $9,000 not feeling.
Dude, because he's probably buying all kinds of shit. Because his house was nice as fuck. And we actually got to go to his, we legit went to his New Year's Eve party. And we did not belong there. Me and my buddy, it was very evident right away that we were just like the peasant children that got invited. And I was just like, yo, dude, should we bounce? He's like, no. He wants us here. I was like, yeah. Like, and then there was this other kid that was
but we look homeless
here. We do look homeless here. There's this other kid that was maybe a few years younger than us that was in high school. We were in college, right? And this kid was kind of like in high school, like maybe junior, senior year. And he's talking to us about like, he's just like, oh, what do you guys do? And we're like, oh, we're fucking losers. We play guitar sometimes and talk and do some dumb shit. Whatever we can fucking think about, we'll do it. But then,
so like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much what I do on a consistent fucking basis. So this kid's talking about like, oh, I got this GPA of like, like whatever, and he's just going off on all these accolades, and I'm like I'm just happy I was able to zip my pants up and not get my dick caught in it this morning. So like, that's me. That's a personal accomplishment, and I'm just like,
one for the win column.
Yes. And this kid's just like pissing excellence on a daily basis. I'm just hoping to piss in the toilet, and not get it on the side. Yeah. And we can't relate to this kid at all, right? And they're like, you guys having fun? I remember I audibly went, not really. I was just a dick. And I was just like, not really. And I was just like, so can we go hang out with the rest of our friends? Like, because I know where they are and we can get there. We can get there fast. I will drive us immediately. So we ended up chucking up the deuce and going with our buddies and having an actual good time. So it was fun. Because I was just like, I don't think we should be here.
No, I've been there before, But as whenever we first got here, I didn't know much English, so I kind of stood out.
And which is so amazing to me because, like, you have amazing English.
Yeah, I was like 5 years old when we came here, but not a lick of English till 5, so it took me a while.
Yeah, you got it down now. It's like, I couldn't even stick to Portuguese, man. Like but nobody was teaching it.
Me no speak English.
I think one of the best things you told me, and I think this is probably here now that you said you was 5. You like rock bottomed your brother through like a wall or something, right? Something like that.
Yeah. We actually used to be kids and watch, wrestling, and then before we outgrew that crap, I rock bottomed him into the wall. That was great. Well, at least it was just his head, so his head left the wall. Yeah, and then we tried to patch it up with cardboard and paint. Yeah, my mom saw that and was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I can't believe you used cardboard and paint, man. You used cardboard and paint on a fucking wall, man. Like, that's gonna stand out.
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
I was like 10 years old. A 10-year-old that doesn't know how to fuck anything. And then we painted that whole white, and it was a different white, so it was so goddamn hard.
It's just like a glowing beacon of, look at me, I'm fucked up. Something's wrong here.
Look at this hole that you covered up with a cardboard box.
I want to and then just like watch it kind of like slowly like fall down like on just one end. Just you're like, oh shit. And the paint starts dripping on the carpet. You're like, oh no. And then it just falls flat. You're like, fuck. No, there's paint on the carpet too. Shit.
I just distinctly remember my mom walking in and she turns on the light and she just shakes her head like, what the fuck? I was like, fuck, it didn't work. I was so surprised it didn't fucking work.
Like, how... I guess when you're 10, you're like, it's fucking cardboard. It's a wall.
I was surprised.
Like, that's it. It's done. It's good. It's fine.
You can't tell
You can't tell the damn difference. It's great.
That's not the only time. That's not the only time I threw him through a wall. One time, I think I speared him to my mom's bed, and it was made out of like solid wood, and that whole broke.
Ooh!
Oh my gosh, I'm so pissed.
Ooh! Damn!
Oh my god! I got him on the what's it called, on the mattress, but like the underneath part, it just shattered.
Just blew out from underneath, just like.
Oh my god!
Okay, we weren't here. Do we have a dog? The dog like did it. We don't need that dog. We need our lives.
Oh my god! Did you ever tell your brother that? Don't tell mom. Don't tell mom.
Don't tell. Oh, all the time. We both would say that to each other. All right, don't tell mom. All right. There was one time that Tuna snuck out of the house with his buddy, Epperson. Fuck. They were. Here's the stupidity of this. They were camped out in the living room, right, in sleeping bags on 2 separate couches watching TV in the dark. Okay? It's already stupid.
Okay.
So, no, I come out of my room, and I'm like, what's up, guys? And they're like, nothing. And they're like zipped all the way up. And I'm like, it's just a head hanging out of a sleeping bag. Nobody hangs around like that. Nobody does anything like this. Super suspicious. I'm like, they're doing something.
So goddamn obvious.
Yeah. They look like awkward burritos, right? Like burritos with like human heads. And I'm just like, this is fine. So I go back to my room and I'm like, I'm going to grab my video camera because I was always filming stuff back then. So I just grabbed it. I'm like, I'm going to grab this because I think something is going to happen that I think is going to happen. And sure enough, I go back out there and I just have my camera on and I'm like, hey guys, and they don't say anything. I'm like, you guys sleeping? And then I go over and look. I'm like, holy fucking shit. It's just a pillow. there's like just pillows in here, and the pillows are hanging out of the sleeping bags.